Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our event. Welcome back to Aceler Tech events. It's really a pleasure to have you with us today. As you know, we are doing this event in the context of the Aceler Tech Acceleration Program. Have now the applications open. So once again, if you have the business idea in the tourism industry and you want to check if you could bring it to Portugal and you want to you aim, and you aim to bring it to Portugal, just go to our website and just check again Aceler Tech Acceleration Program. Probably it's really nice to you to know our program, and it will be a really big help in order to do it, in order to come to Portugal. But today is not just about that. Today we will discuss the health, the nature, and the impact kind of tourism, and the opportunities that could exist in Portugal that you could explore and that you could use in order to make your business be better and to make your business growth here in Portugal. And to do that, we have a really cool panel today. That will help us to understand a little bit more about these specific types of tourism and specific sub industries of the tourism here in Portugal. And to do it, we will have Adriano Barreto Ramos from the spring spas of the center region of Portugal. We will have Cristiano Viegas from Hotel Voi. We will have Filipa Silva from Para Onde. It's a Portuguese association. She will explain to us a little bit more about Para Onde. And Ruben Leite from Leite Associated Enterprises. Well, welcome everyone. It's really a pleasure to have you with us today and to get to know your experience in these industries. Welcome to our event. Well, before we start, we usually ask our speakers and our guests to introduce themselves. So, can you tell us a little bit more about your work and what you do in the industry, in the tourism industry, related with the health, the nature, or the impact of tourism? Adrian, maybe you could start.
Hello, hi everybody. I began working in this spa industry in the late 1994, so many years ago, when in Portugal it was not supposed to have what we call now well-being industry in spa facilities, in spring spa facilities. Let me tell you, this is quite different from the spas as when we're speaking about spring spas, we are speaking about a specific, special, unique water. So the difference is the water. And I've managed several spas, big spas in Portugal, and also make some consultancy to spas in Spain. So that's my life is about.
So you know a lot about the health industry and the health tourism industry actually, and how the tourism can relate it with the health. And it will be really nice to know your opinion about how it works in Portugal. Cristiano, can you tell us a little bit about you? I know that you have also social impact projects. Can you?
Yes, so I have this two-sided participation here from one other side, entrepreneurship part. So I've been built startups in the tourism area. I'm here representing today Hotel Voi. It's a meta searcher for hotels, planes, and activities. And the other side, I'm a principal consultant in the area of sustainability and in social impact. So I believe that today is going to be a very interesting conversation about these two subjects.
Okay, Felipe, what can you tell us about you and about Paraonde?
Hi, Fernando. Hi, everybody. First of all, thank you for the invitation.
You're welcome.
And Parawand is a non-profit association that promotes diversity and empathy through volunteering. So we are not a travel agency, but we do tourism, impact tourism. We send volunteers to other countries, and we received volunteers to work in Portugal and in other countries, and in that way to explore other cultures and to travel too. We born in 2016 as an online database, and in 2018 we turned into association due to we have a lot of people asking us for help, so that turned us into an association.
Okay, really nice. Ruben, can you tell us a little bit about you and your company? I know that you are kind of driving that. Maybe there was a small issue there.
No, no problem with that. First of all, thank you very much for having us here and talking a little bit about our group. Late Associated Enterprises is a group of companies that we have. It's a family group composed by myself, my father, and my brother. We work in three main areas. The first of all is healthcare. We have the clinics that are our most visible face. We are in Coimbra and in Lisbon, and then we have two other major areas that we've entered. One with a company that we do consulting and health tourism, bringing foreigners to Portugal to get their surgeries done here in Portugal, do tourism around Portugal, then going back home. And then we started a new project. We can call it our baby project, where we have retirement homes in a little bit different context that we have. It's also driven for Portuguese people, but also for foreigners. We want to do a connection between the beach, the city, and the nature, where you can go around our retirement homes and don't be locked just inside one. The other areas that we have in our group, it's commercial business. We sell a little bit of everything from healthcare products to wines to foreign countries, and we also have an area of mediation that we also work. And that's just a little bit of it about us.
Okay, really nice. So you have, all of you have different kind of experience here in the tourism industry and in the tourism related industries. And I think that what is really great about this kind of panels is that we can like mix our experiences and know a little bit more about know different opinions that are coming from different kind of expertise. So I think that the first question I would like to ask you, and it would be really nice for our entrepreneurs to know about, it's what do you think that are the great opportunities? What are the great opportunities that you see now that are appearing in your industries? What can be changed, and that could be really, and it will have a really big impact in your industries, because there are so many entrepreneurs listening to us that probably if you could identify two or three things that are not going so well in your industries, maybe one of them could help and could make some kind of solution, and I think it would be really nice for both of you. So Adriano, what do you think that
Well, I would like to share a graphic, so I will do it in 2 or 3 minutes. But first, I would like to ask you or to beg you to think a little bit about what's an opportunity. Opportunities
well,
are occasions, are chances, are shots, are
yeah,
favorable combination of circumstances in time and place.
yeah,
And the most of all, it's commitment. Because in my business, what is a spa? What is a spring spa? A spring spa is something like a mineral unique water. So it's not nobody can copy your water. We are in low density territories. So we mean we have beautiful landscapes, all of them in
yeah,
beautiful landscapes. And we have loyal clients to destination or to products. I mean these two type of segments because the therapeutical clients usually are loyal to destinations. On the other hand, the wellness clients are loyal to products. They want this product and they will try several spas. Then we have all the support activities, restaurants, hotels, animation, and we are really protected by law. So I try to share, my internet is not the best one. I will try to share my screen. So I will do it now. I believe you can see this graphic. These are the clients at Portuguese spas. And we have two lines. The first one is about therapeutical market. you can see it's going down till 2015, and in 2018 it began to grow again. And we had in 2020 we had a growth of about 15% in this segment. However, in March 2020, as everybody knows, with this pandemic crisis, we have a crash of 75%. But now we hope everything will come better again. And in this yellow line, you have the number of clients of wellness. So why did the market begin to grow in 2018? It began to grow again because an opportunity in the law, as the Portuguese government is supporting part of the expenses of the treatments. So that's why we were growing a lot. On the other hand, people are much more motivated to these natural therapies, and the spring spas are natural therapies. So I would like you to look a bit to Termas Centro, and this is our superhero. And we have in center of Portugal 56% of Portuguese clients, but we have 72% of therapeutical segment and 51% of well-being segment. As you can see, we have spas from, it's missing in this map. In this map, it's missing Termas da Piedade, because it's a new one, and Vimeiro. Vimeiro is 80 kilometers away by Lisbon. So it's maybe 40 minutes on the motorway. What did we try to make? What we did try and we made really? It's to have scientific arguments so that the doctors can prescribe these treatments. And so we supported three big studies with two universities, Coimbra University and University of Beira Interior. This is some examples of some articles published about the potential of our mineral waters. So, opportunities, scientifically tested, years of testing, environment, nature, potential, growth. I will invite you to discover more about us in our website, and I'm at your disposal. Please feel free to contact me. There you have my email. And I would like to thank Fernando Fraga and Aceler Tech Portugal for this opportunity.
Yeah, so for the entrepreneurs that are listening to us, I think that maybe one of the things, I don't know if you agree or not, but one of the things they could see is that if they can somehow help on this kind of analysis and this kind of give like a guarantee that our quality is superior, for example, it would be really great to have this kind of companies and this kind of startups working with us, right? Because we have so many spas around the country that it's one of the things that they could help, right?
Yes, we are always saying that we don't have scientific arguments, but in France, for example, when the government stopped the paying of the mineral spring spa treatments, so they made lots of studies. And so in Portugal, we have almost the same role. We are asking universities to study and to publish the works. Yeah. So it's the only way to have a therapeutical treatment certified is having these scientific evidences of treatments.
Sure. And what about you, Christian? What do you think that what kind of opportunities are appearing in the tourism and the social impact right now?
So I believe Portugal is a very strategic place to be right now if you want to create your startup. First of all, because as you know, the Tourism of Portugal have created a land of opportunities for the entrepreneurs. So they have shifted in terms of prioritization of their directions, like the Portuguese trails, the Portuguese waves. They have lots of programs that are helping people to come to Portugal. Also, Portugal is a very competitive country because in terms of business environment, according to Doing Business 2018, Portugal is 29th easiest country in the world to create a business in the 70th within Europe. On the other hand, starting a business in Portugal just takes 5 days. On the other hand, we have lots of sun. And that's very important because if you want to do some kind of business in open air or create some local alternatives, you have to have the conditions to your customers. You have to give these conditions. On the other hand, if you have a kind of property, it takes just 1 day to have that process in Portugal. So if you are also entrepreneur, you have Nest. Nest is a innovation program, innovation association that Tourism in Portugal and other corporate and non-corporate players have created in order to foster innovation in Portugal. So we have these endemic capabilities of Portugal. You have this Tourism of Portugal entity that wants to help and foster and get together the several stakeholders of the ecosystem, and also you have this innovation entity called Nest. As entrepreneur, as you know, Portugal is seen as one of the most creative, innovative ecosystems now in Europe. We have built, and like Aceler, you have lots of acceleration programs that are designed to help you to come to Portugal and do a pilot, do a test. So see all the opportunities you have and come and explore Portugal. Regarding the conditions, so you as entrepreneur, it's very easy to do MVP. And also in terms of access to people, it is very easy for you as entrepreneur to talk with a company or to schedule a meeting, and also to have access to other entrepreneurs. So because there is a culture of openness and friendship, and people are willing to help you in order to create your venture. Of course, there's competitivity, but that's normal in this kind of ecosystems. But I believe that after the pandemic, we're gonna see several opportunities. Also, the expected injection of money that we know that will come also to tourism. So tourism is one of the key areas to development here in Portugal. So as an entrepreneur in this area, I believe you also will have financial support along all the other supports that you can also see here in Portugal. But I believe Portugal in probably 3-4 months will be a place to be as a tourism entrepreneur.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's almost impossible to talk about tourism in Portugal and don't talk about tourism of Portugal. That's it's something that we have been talking in all the sessions, almost all the sessions, about the great work they are doing, promoting it, and organizing it, and organizing sessions like this one with us. So it's I totally agree with your point. Felipe, what do you think about specific on the impact tourism? What opportunities do you see that are appearing?
So our field, Parawan field, it's a little bit different. It's another segment, but we are already suspicious because we are all Portuguese. So we will always say that Portugal is the place to be, and we have a great location, a great weather, great food, great people. But in our field, in our segment, the impact tourism, we are feeling that the crisis, in this case, the pandemic crisis, are creating a great opportunity for people who want to do some volunteering and to do impact tourism, because we have a lot of people in need, and we are not just us, but many associations are creating a lot of programs to help people in Portugal and outside Portugal. So it could sound a little bit bad because we are facing a crisis, but it's actually creating an opportunity to come to Portugal and help Portuguese people, of course, and know us. And people are more open to get to know other people and to make other people know our culture and our way of living. Portuguese people are very grateful and very helpful, and we can see this every day. I can talk about my personal experience. I'm going to Africa next week, and I started a crowdfunding, and the response in this pandemic time was amazing. Many people helped, and the people who have more needs help more. So this shows that Portugal people are really helpful and grateful, and this is a great opportunity to everybody come and know us and know our culture and help us
Yeah,
too.
sure. No, yeah, I totally got your point. That's totally true. It's one of the other things that it's kind of common that we all agree, all the speakers until now agreed, that the Portuguese people is really welcoming, and it's really a great advantage. And but it's a different. Actually, I would ask you after about the effects of COVID. It will be my next question, but we will go there. And you have already told us a little bit about it. But yeah, I also agree with you. Ruben, what do you think?
I agree with what my colleagues just said. Uh, every time we have opportunities, a crisis brings us opportunities. In terms of our tourism, we can separate here in two areas in the healthcare. First of all, speaking of the retirement homes kind of tourism that we have, we all of our retirement homes where all the people have been vaccinated. We didn't have any case of COVID inside the retirement homes. We took all the measures that were necessary to do this. Obviously, we had to be very supportive of the teams that were there, giving them a full support. We have tests available for them. So why am I talking about this? Because we want to that the people feel comfortable about being in the retirement home and being able to go around the country from one of our retirement homes to the other, coming from foreign countries to come to Portugal and see that, okay, this is a retirement home that has all the measures. We can be there. We don't have to be afraid of a pandemic, of all that's happening now in the country, and we can feel comfortable. What I identify as opportunities nowadays for the retirement home is that all the city halls are now focusing on the needs of the elderly. I've been having several meetings with city halls, and all of them have identified the necessities for around 3,000 people, 5,000 people around their own councils that have the necessity to come to retirement homes. They feel this urge to change the way that they are thinking about the future. What the opportunity is in Portugal nowadays is that with this pandemic, a lot of retirement homes that were illegal were identified by the city halls. I
Yeah,
was now
sure.
in the meeting in one city hall that he told us, no, the Social Security didn't know about this retirement homes, but we did our work and we identified all that were illegal and they were closed. So there is a great necessity now in Portugal, and I believe that the opportunity that we can have with foreign countries is to build a network of retirement homes, not only in Portugal, but in foreign countries where we can do a mix of bringing people to Portugal and our elderly that can still move because let's be honest, with 60 years, 65 years, we are able to go around still in several trips and go
Yeah,
around
sure.
several countries and not just stay in one place, just waiting for our time to come. In terms of the health tourism per se, what we do is we obviously bring tourists to Portugal to have their surgery here in Portugal. I come from a city, Coimbra, that's very well known for their medical facilities, for their doctors, for being the top of the notch in terms of Europe, in terms of the world, of the technologies that we have here in our hospitals, and that's how we are bringing the people. They can come to Portugal, and regarding at least the United States, the costs are 10 times below the cost that we have
Yeah.
to do a surgery in those countries. Even for the Northern Europe, it's still cheaper to come to Portugal, and the quality it's fantastic. The opportunities obviously are uh, building a network to bring these tourists to Portugal. There are not a lot of companies that do this coming from the foreign countries and bringing them to Portugal. Our hospitals and our clinics are totally open to this kind of practices. And even regarding the technologies, there are technologies that sometimes there's not that are not still in our country, and could be very useful to bring them from outside of Portugal, doing the adaptation to our Portuguese doctors in our Portuguese hospitals, and start to bringing the clients here to
Yeah,
Portugal,
sure.
and lower a lot of the costs, and they can enjoy a beautiful country like Portugal.
Yeah, yeah. I totally agree with you also. Yeah, you know, and you have touched some points that everyone has. Actually, my next two questions for you will be about COVID, and Philippe already told us a little bit about it, and will be about the new technologies and the role they could have in this new world, you know. And both Philippe and Ruben have already talked a bit about it, but you know, actually, I will ask you the either way. You know, everything changed during last year, right? Like after the COVID have changed a lot of things, and the tourism probably is one of the industries, if not the one that's suffered the most. Probably it's one of the industries that needed that changed more. You know, during this last year, and we know that after COVID, some things will change. You know, and probably I will not be so dramatic as say that that nothing will be the same again. I think that some things will be the same, but I think that there are also a lot of things that will really change. And what I would like to ask you was how COVID have affected your industries, your kind of your tourism industry in your fields. Philippe already told about it, but you can Philippe you can talk more and how it changed your industries, and how do you think that the digital industry the digital industries digital transformation can help us to make the things different now? How can we prepare for the next COVID, next pandemic? Adrian, what do you think? I know there are a
Hello.
lot of questions here. You know, this is more like
No, yes,
a
but
talk
it's
and a
so.
conversation.
Thank you, Fernando, for your question. I said before, we had a break of 73%, but now we see it as an opportunity. As our
Yeah.
spring spas, we can do and we will have, and we are building them. They are some of our associates have already those programs special for COVID recuperation. So people get better physically and also emotionally. And our spring spas are very useful, and we have programs adapted for these special situations. Not just the muscular part, but also respiratory problems, and those emotional part is also very important. As somebody said, our climate and our landscape, it's very important. And also this care we give people, we really care them. Our treatments are very tailor made, even bespoke, I would say. Before tailor made, they are bespoken, so they are really tailored by our doctors and physicians and therapeutic staff to our clients. So we believe that will be an opportunity to the spring spas, the pandemic crisis. I'm sorry, I said COVID, I should have said Corona.
Yeah. Okay. I think we got you. Don't worry. Christian, what do you think?
I believe no one was prepared for what's happening. So everyone is now also speaking about the new age of the tourism. So hopefully that will happen. As you know, the big meta searchers and big booking companies has almost stopped. So with the flight
Yeah.
stopped and the hotels closed, and now activity is almost zero. All these big companies have stopped their activities. So everyone is are expecting for what's happening next. Everyone is preparing their media machines in order to see, okay, we want to be the first to come and talk again with the customers, but they have stopped the communication. I believe in first place, we have to regain people's trust, not trust in the brands, but trust in on the environment, that is safe to travel, it is safe to go to the hotel. So I believe in first place people have to gather the will to rejoin or to go to the hotels, get planes, go to activities, to travel, and then we can go after and start to put the media machine, regain trust of the customers again. Regarding the opportunities, I believe by the fact that people like liking or not, they have to turn all their heads to digital. So they are more keen to purchase products online, to hand conversations with customer service online or by the phone. So we have a new customers, the emergence of a new customer that is more willing to buy online, see things online, and do the all-stop shop online. So hopefully this also bring a new customer that will be addressable in a different way. I believe also that the channels by which we get the customer attention will change a little bit. So we have different tools, like, so we have besides TikTok we have Clubhouse, etc.
Yeah.
During this pandemic we had lots of channels that needs to be explored. So WhatsApp has turned, it is now much more a powerful tool. So we also, as a company, online company, we have to see what are the opportunities, which are the best channels, and when to contact again people. So with the right message at the right time. So we are expectant and waiting for the right time to go after the customer. But there will be also new experiences. We have seen that new identities and new startups are emerging from this process. It is very interesting to see how people, first, how they are delivering value and how we can learn from them and incorporate in our business model. So that's also very interesting.
Yeah, sure. Felipe, what do you think?
So for us was really difficult at the beginning. We have to suspend all of our activities, and we have to bring back our volunteers and send back the ones who were in Portugal.
Yeah.
And it was really bad because at the beginning we didn't know what to do.
I think that it was the thing that concerned most of people. No one knew how serious this was, right?
Yes, and we didn't know how to transform a field activity to a digital one. So it was really hard to do that adaptation. So at the end, we found some solutions, and we noticed that our target and many people were having a need to travel and to explore other countries, and so we created events online. Our platform of choice was Instagram. It was really useful, and we reinvent ourselves in a digital way. But we noticed that our volunteers and so many more people that came to us now are having a big will to go and to travel and to be free. So it's the main opportunity that we seen with this pandemic.
Yeah, makes sense. Ruben, what do you think?
Obviously, the coronavirus brought us large obstacles in also on our areas. First of all, we were conditioned by even the government to the number of consultations that we could do per day and the number of people we could see. They imposed new regulations, but that also brought us opportunities to show the people how we could work, how we could make our clinics a safer place, how we could make our retirement homes a safer place. Obviously, we had to invest a lot to make them COVID safe. We did all the process for a vaccination. We couldn't allow any visits Even during Christmas, it was obviously a complicated time. Regarding that, we had to start paving the way to the new technologies that we want to impose in our retirement homes. Basically, we want to create a direct channel between our customers and their families, for them to be able to see their families every day. This could allow us in any type of pandemic for them to keep communicating home and not just being waiting for a visit that unfortunately during this pandemic was very complicated to have. In terms of the traveling, obviously, with that we suffered. We cannot go around like we want. So also some of our companies we had to close them, not close them, but just channeling for the online or whatever we could do online, and to do the marketing campaigns, the communication, arrange new channels, new clients, new partners. It was a great time for us to try and connect to new opportunities and new networks channels that we could find, and just be ready for when the country really opens, that we are ready to attack the market even stronger that we were playing.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I think it's really nice to know your experience about that. Actually, the next thing I would like to discuss with you is more about why Portugal itself. Because we have already discussed a lot of opportunities, a lot of change, things that changed during the next year. But the truth is that we have a lot of entrepreneurs that are hearing us, and they are probably thinking, okay, yeah, that's true, but probably they are still not they still not totally convinced. They are not totally sure if Portugal is the right place for them. What do you think? What kind of arguments would you give them in order to choose to start their project in Portugal, in the health tourism industry, the nature tourism industry, the impact tourism industry? Why do you think that they should came to Portugal and not any other country? Adriano, maybe? Yeah, we can feel the same order. If you want to interrupt,
Sorry?
just...
I'm sorry. I will. I was trying to change here my mic.
Oh, don't worry. I was asking.
Yes, I understand.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, in generally, people from other countries complain a lot about our net of legislation. The Portuguese law are very confusing. But however, here in the Spring Spa facility, the entrepreneurs have a great advantage. The government and the law protects them and protects their investment.
Okay.
So most ends complementary. The waters, most of them are warm, so there will be lots of saving in energy. We are a country with lots of sun and beautiful landscapes. The sun is not just good for attracting clients, but it's also good to produce energy. And the big consumption of energy in the spa facilities are in the daylight. So we don't need to have batteries in our environmental friendly production of energy. So we don't need batteries because the big consumption is on the day. So law, marketing growth, no pollution and environmental friendly, the help of government, low density territories. So what do you want more? Please come.
Yeah, that's a different kind of approach that we haven't seen yet during these sessions. But yeah, actually, it's true. I think that if you have a spa facility, if the water just comes out from the ground, probably I can see how it could help the entrepreneurs. Yeah, actually, it's kind of one of the things that you don't think about when you are here. But yeah, if you are in another country, it would be a great advantage. Christian, what do you think?
So some things were already said, but let me also add that Portugal is known by a country of early adopters. People tend to adopt technology and new things. So Portugal is known for that. On the other hand, we had lots of good technology places where you can drive and do your MVP. We also have a emerging VC community. So we already have VCs that have invested in big companies, and they have experience on that. That's very important. And in Portugal, typically the VCs, they are believers, and also PA. So if you see you have a good opportunity, because not very often there is very good projects here in Portugal. So if you see that you have a good project, they want to go with you and explore and be your fellow investor until the end of the road. On the other hand, we have a lot of technology. We have wide technology. We have a strategic location, good relations with Brazil, Angola, Mozambique, flights to all over Europe. On the other hand, we also have very good tourism resources, a good proximity to outbound markets, a mild climate. On the other hand, we also have a safe and stable economy. So we are a peaceful country. I believe it's the third more peaceful country in the world. We have a good quality, price quality ratio. So it's not very expensive to live and do your business in Portugal. We are very competitive also in terms of tourism resources, natural resources, and we are aiming to export them. So as was told by one of my colleagues, we have lots of areas unexplored in terms of natural resources in tourism, in natural tourism, so we can also explore that protected areas that we can also foster your project. On the other hand, as also one of the colleagues told, Portugal is a good country, a good destination for residential tourism or golf, because we have lots of sea, lots of good weather, and that's one of the reasons why I believe at the moment Portugal could be one of the most interesting places to do your business in the until the end of this year.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's another set of points that it would really help the entrepreneurs. Felipe, what do you think?
In our segment, in social development segment, there are a lot of opportunities, and our government have a lot of opportunities and facilities to people who want to start a project in this field. The needs of people who want to be volunteers and want to help with their skills and their will is already existing. So the opportunity to make a project or to start a project in Portugal is already here. So besides all the that other colleagues said, the weather, the economy. So this is a plus. It's a win-win for Portugal and for the projects who wants to come to Portugal.
Yeah, sure. Ruben, what then, in your opinion, what do you think are the main reasons?
Being the last one to talk is complicated. After
Yeah,
everyone said everything, but basically, from my experience in having business a little bit around the world, for example, what Indonesians like to tell us, why they want to invest in Portugal and why they want to bet in our Portuguese technologies, because they know that we have the quality, we have the skills that can export to that can import to their countries, and so we are a way of entering Europe with better climate, with better economy, with better technology, a lot of know-how. Even though we are a small market, we are a huge market because of the relations that we have around Europe, especially with all the POLOP countries that can raise our markets to a huge one. And that's how they compare us to the world. That's how they put us in one of the most interesting places to invest and to enter the markets.
Yeah, makes totally sense. You know, the time flies when we are having fun. Actually, I have been asking you some questions that appeared here and some questions that people have already asked us before, because you know there are a lot of people that see this video not on the right time because they are in countries where they have like a time zone different from ours, so they send us questions before. I've asked you some of them, and I've asked you some questions that appeared today. But I want to ask you a last one, and if anyone have any other question, please just ask on our social media. But last question, and this is from me, not from the audience. You know, probably you probably know. I'm pretty sure that with the experience that you have already learned about your industry. But usually there are some things that during our years, our paths, our evolution on our industries, there are always something that we do wrong, you know, and we learn with that. So to end this discussion, I would like to ask you for a piece of advice to the entrepreneurs that are listening. What have you, if you can share us something that you see that maybe you haven't done that right during your career or your experience, and what should entrepreneurs do? Can you give us a piece of advice?
Well, as I was the first one, so if you don't mind, I will also keep on being the first one to answer.
Sure.
I insist a little bit of this energy question because energy it's very, very important here in Portugal. Electricity it's very expensive. The natural gas it's very, very, very expensive. And so here with this warm water, we have some facilities other industries do not have. So the errors I took in the past was not considering the real big amount of gas we are spending when it's about warming a building with 4,000 square meters. That was an error I will never commit again. And some waters are not so warm as it, but you should take advantage of your product and it is free. The energy, this kind of energy is free. So please, just not looking at the market, because everybody looks at the market and opportunities and threats. But okay, let's look really inside the company. It's also very important this auto analysis, so we can see where we can fail, foresee where we can fail.
Hello?
Sorry, my mic was muted.
Okay.
You know that one of the problems that COVID have bring. No, I was asking, Cristiano, and what about you? What kind of advice can you give to the entrepreneurs?
Let me give my personal experience regarding that. So, lots of you around the world that are seeing this video, you are thinking, so should I apply for programs like this or not, or should I try to do this by myself and contact people there? Some years ago, I entered an acceleration program in London, and it was super important. So I have another startup in the United States, and this was when he installed in UK. So do things with the support of a local community that can understand the environment or the economic environment is very, very good. So use programs like Aceler to recreate your business, think how to install in that country, get all the insights, all the knowledge, all the mentoring you can have from projects like this, and then implement with the help of mentors and people that can help you, or corporate ventures that can help you in that environment. Don't go alone. There is something a saying that says you go faster if you go alone, you go further if you go as a team. So use programs like this to have your own team developing your business in that country. That's my best advice I can give you today.
Makes totally sense. Actually, I will tell everyone that, but you know, as I'm organizing a startup, I will be suspicious. Flip, what do you think?
In our segment, the social development, we think that networking is the key. We learn by asking to the ones who know. We learn with our organizations who work with us, with partners that know others that have other skills that we don't have, and we grow and we work better by learning with others. So if you don't know, you ask, and we can ask us if you are interested in this segment.
Okay. Really nice. You know, everybody that is listening to us, you have an opportunity here about at least social impact. You know, I will tag I will tag all of your organizations on the as in a thank you post on our social networks today, so everyone that is listening to us can get in touch with our speakers. Ruben, what advice do you give to the entrepreneurs?
Especially, obviously, we are an activity that has to work a lot with the network, but the network has, and that's one of the main issues that we have. There are also opportunists in the middle of the network. We've had some people that promised that they could do this, they could do that, they could open every door that we want, and it was just a waste of our time. So we have to be very careful and it's essentially careful with whom we choose to make a network, and see if the people are real, if what they're promising it's real, if they can really provide what we need. Because not just in Portugal, we've experienced this in several countries. There are a lot of opportunists in the market that just want to make money, easy money, and they think they can just push us forward, and they will earn some money around here for things to happen. So it's what the best advice that I can give you is see what entities are really good to work with you, what they can really help you to achieve what you need. So be very well advised. Don't just trust the first person that appears to you and just promises you everything. Take your time, analyze if it's a good contact, if the person is really trustful.
So actually, we are all agreeing a network is key, but you need to be not. I will not say careful, but at least you need to have some criteria in order to know what to do and who to work and who doesn't. Okay, it was great. It was really great. I would like to thank you all by sharing your experience with us. I think that we had here a small talk about these subjects, and it was really nice to the entrepreneurs to know your experience. You know, unfortunately, you know, these events can't have more than 1 hour. Because it's a way to be able to do more of them, and in order to be able to have people from all around the world listening to us. But I would really like to thank you for being here. I would also like to thank you to everyone that is listening all around the world and is considering to join Aceler Tech. You know, actually, I think that it looks like a lot of time, but the applications ends and close at April 4th. It's not, you don't have that many time to apply. So if you are thinking about that, just go there today and at least make your application. It's really easy. It will take you less than 5 minutes, but at least you will, like, you know, have your spot guaranteed in the program if you apply now. Thanks again. Actually, usually we end these sessions with a video about the Aceler Tech program, but today we will do this a little bit different because Adrian shared with us a video about the spring spas of the center, and it shows us a lot of things that are happening here in Portugal, a lot of the things that you could experience if you came here, and I think that it's the perfect way to end this session. So instead of the usual video today, you will have a new one thanks to Adriano. And I think probably it will make you, you know, it will show you that Portugal is not just opportunities, it's also a great place to live, and there are a lot of things that you could use here. And if you have this that you will see in the video, probably you can use a lot of this to make opportunities for yourself here in Portugal. See you all next week. Thank you very much.